What's up, Blue Devils? I'm Brendan Chinevere alongside Kevin Burpee, and welcome back to another episode of the LTU Sports Report.
We've got a packed show for you today, breaking down the biggest moments and standout performances from LTU athletics.
Now, let's take a look at the scores and stories from last week's home games for the Blue Devils. On Tuesday, the men's volleyball team hosted Cornerstone for the WAC tournament quarterfinals. The Blue Devils showed no mercy and swept the Golden Eagles 3-0 with set scores 25-10, 25-23, and 25-16. Igor Volkov proved his first team All-Conference award, capitalizing on 19 kills of the team's 41. Setter Pedro Aguirre directed the attack with 35 assists. Our men's and women's tennis teams hosted Calvin University last Friday. The women's team fell short 4-3 after losing all doubles matches and splitting 3-3 in singles matches. The men's team showed a brighter light as they defeated the Knights 4-3. LTU started slow, dropping 2 of the 3 doubles matches. They would then turn it around, however, in singles matches, winning 4 of the 6 to secure the victory.
Lawrence Tech swept a doubleheader against Cornerstone, taking Game 1 by a 7-5 score before dominating Game 2 in a 12-0 rout. In the opener, the Blue Devils built an early lead behind a 2 RBI double from Andrew Mers in a 3-run second inning, then held on late thanks to Ethan Hockendoner's complete game effort, striking out 12 batters. Cornerstone threatened throughout, but Lawrence Tech answered each push to secure the win. In Game 2, it was all Blue Devils after a slow start. Lawrence Tech broke things wide open with a 10-run sixth inning, highlighted by big performances from Luke Weinberger and Ty Shornack. Kenny Wright was dominant on the mound, tossing a complete game shutout while allowing just 2 hits. Lawrence Tech finished the day with strong pitching, timely hitting, and a convincing sweep over Cornerstone University.
Baseball struggled on Saturday, hosting Rochester Christian at UWM Field. In Game 1, Rochester Christian scored early and never let Lawrence Tech settle in, defeating the Blue Devils 7-0. Game 2 proved to be just as tough for LTU as they would drop this one 3-8. Luke Weinberger tried to give the Blue Devils a surge, leading the team with 2 hits on 4 at-bats and scoring a run. Let's check in with Caprice Johnson with some Senior Day interviews.
Today is Senior Day. I'm here with number 6, Zach Yipe. What does the Senior Day mean to you?
Senior Day means everything to me. I got a lot of family here and friends here today, and it's not just about me, it's about my teammates as well, my classmates. It's really an honor to be honored today as seniors to go through this program for 4 years, and I truly couldn't be more blessed.
Through these 4 years, how would you describe being on the Lawrence Tech baseball team?
Yeah, it's been a hard 4 years for sure, but I wouldn't change anything about it. These boys that I've had the experience to be teammates with, our coaches, everybody's awesome, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
So from these past 4 years, what do you hope these younger guys take from your character and your gameplay?
I try to be the best teammate I can, whether I'm playing or not. And for the younger guys, make sure you cherish every moment, every memory you have on this field, because it goes within the snap of a finger.
You've been doing well, and good luck today.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm here with second base number 21, Evan McIntyre. What does this Senior Day mean to you?
The Senior Day just means it's a culmination of all the hard work we put in. It's 4 years of dedication. There's a lot of time we put in when people aren't looking. So it's nice to be able to come out here and get some recognition for that and hopefully win 2 baseball games.
What does these past few years on the Lawrence Tech baseball team mean to you?
I mean, it's kind of just a piggyback of what I just said.
Okay. I don't like when people say that.
What?
It makes me sound bad.
Okay, no, I got you. So I'll just,
Do you want me to say the question differently?
No, I'll rephrase it. It's fine. I got you.
You want me to start over and just start with the second question?
Just start the second question again. Yeah.
Was the first one fire? I thought that
No,
was
the first one was T.
All right, cool. All right, but so what was the second question?
How would you reflect on these past few years on the Lawrence?
Okay, yeah, I got you.
Let me repeat it. How would you reflect these past few years on the Lawrence Tech baseball team?
We've had a lot of fun. These past 4 years, just working with the guys, especially we got some of our alumni here today. It's nice to see them. Just going to battle with these guys every single day. It really means a lot, not only to me, but for the program as well. Really just, it builds your love of the game, right? So we all come here loving baseball, and then it just kind of solidifies, everything you've known for the past 18, 19 years. So, yeah, definitely nothing but love and appreciation.
You spent a lot of time with these boys. What do you hope the younger guys take from your character as well as your gameplay?
Just don't take it for granted, man. It goes by quick. 4 years it's not a long time. It may feel like a long time, but at the end of the day, you just have to give it your all 100% of the time.
Good luck to you, and I hope to see you play a great game today. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Lawrence Tech fell to number 3 ranked Aquinas Saints 15-10 after a tough fourth quarter at home. The Blue Devils held a 10-9 lead heading into the final period, but Aquinas closed the game on a dominant 6-0 run to secure the win. Lawrence Tech showed strong momentum in the first half, using a 5-goal second quarter to take a 7-5 lead into halftime. Brendan Chinevere led the way with 4 goals, including a short-handed score late in the third that briefly gave the Blue Devils the edge. However, Aquinas controlled possession down the stretch, outshooting Lawrence Tech and winning key faceoffs despite 17 saves from goalkeeper Dylan Porter. The Blue Devils were shut out in the fourth quarter.
Softball also hosted Aquinas to wrap up home games for LTU. The Blue Devils dropped the first game 5-1 with Brenna Crittenden hitting a solo homer in the third inning. LTU turned it around in the second game, defeating the Saints 3-2. After an eventful first 2 innings, Zoe Markey would deliver a solo home run in the third inning to elevate the Blue Devils. It would be a pitching showdown from there as Sarah Baskett would pick up her 12th win of the year, pitching all 7 innings and striking out 4 batters. Now, let's send it over to Peyton Miller with some senior day interviews.
I'm here with Alyssa Bloomfield, a senior on the LTU softball team. Alyssa, how does it feel being celebrated today?
It's actually so awesome because I feel like we've done this for 3 years now, and it's like, oh, underclassmen, like you're gonna come up and set up, and we're gonna celebrate the seniors. But it's just so, like, it's weird in a way, but it's actually so exciting just to be like part of this.
Yeah. What has been your favorite memory, or maybe a specific moment that sticks out to you in the last 4 years?
I think my favorite memory is just spending time with the team. We've had obviously a lot of like great games, but it's so fun to just watch someone do like the little plays, like watching you strike out and just watching everyone celebrate it. And my sister's also one of my teammates, so it's been really fun to play with her.
I love that. And lastly, what's some advice that you have for the younger players in the program?
I would say just keep trying, like just do it and give it all that you have, because you don't ever know like what tomorrow has, so it could just do it all today. Just have fun.
Perfect. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm here with Ansley Coleman, a senior on the softball team. Ansley, how does it feel being celebrated today?
It feels good. I mean, I love all these girls. They're amazing friends, and they do so much for everybody else. So.
What has been a favorite memory, or maybe a specific moment that stuck out to you in the last 4 years?
I think my favorite memory is just going to be like meeting all these new people and having so many lifelong friendships that I would have never had if I didn't play softball here.
Lastly, looking at your career for softball, is there anyone specifically who sticks out that's impacted you the most? We can say we can. I'll do the advice one. Is that better?
Okay, yeah.
Or do you want to think about the impact?
That's good. Advice.
Okay. And lastly, what's some advice you have for the younger girls in the program?
Some advice that I would have is just have fun, give it your all. I mean, you only have 4 years here, so just give it everything you got.
Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm here with Michaela Tim, a senior on the LTU softball team. Michaela, what are the emotions? How are you feeling being celebrated today?
It feels great. I'm supported by all my friends and family. They have been great the past 4 years, and even the alumni who showed up for me today. It means a lot.
Love that. What is like a specific memory or a favorite moment that sticks out to you over your last 4 years?
My favorite memory was my sophomore year down in Georgia, and we beat the number 4 team in the nation. It was a huge team win, and it was great.
And lastly, so you played softball your whole life. Who's a specific person that stuck out to you and impacted your career?
The person who has impacted me the most is my dad. He's sacrificed so much for me, always been there whenever he can, and he's the reason why I got to play college softball.
Love that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now let's check in on how the Blue Devils did on the road last week.
The softball team kicked off their week by traveling across the county to compete against Division I team Oakland University. They fell in both their games 0-6 and 0-2.
Lawrence Tech dropped a tough matchup on the road, falling 27-7 to the number 1 ranked Madonna Crusaders after a dominant performance from the home side. Madonna jumped out early, building a 13-3 halftime lead and then breaking the game open with a 9-goal third quarter. Brendan Chenevere led the Blue Devils with 3 goals, while Dylan Porter made 18 saves under heavy pressure. Madonna controlled the game in nearly every category, including shots, face-offs, and possessions, cruising to the win in Livonia.
Our men's and women's bowling teams traveled to Green Bay, Wisconsin to compete in the annual ITC tournament. The men's team finished 4th and the women's team finished 7th. On Friday, men's volleyball team traveled down to Bethel University to face the Pilots in the WAC tournament semifinals. The Blue Devils would fall to the Pilots in 4 sets, 1-3. They await national tournament selection to determine whether their season will continue in Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Softball traveled down to Defiance, Ohio on Saturday to face the Yellow Jackets of Defiance College in a doubleheader. The road trip would be successful for the Blue Devils as they completed the sweep, winning the first game 16-3 and the second game 6-1. Lawrence Tech fell 13-9 on the road to Marion Knights after an early deficit proved too much to overcome. Marion jumped out to a 3-0 lead and maintained control throughout, holding a 6-4 advantage at halftime and never trailing. The Blue Devils stayed competitive behind a strong performance from Allison Waldensack, who scored 4 goals, while Morgan Wallagore added a goal and 3 assists of her own. Lawrence Tech pushed late to cut the deficit to 12-9, but Marion answered in the final minutes to seal the win.
Man, what a week for the Blue Devils. Now let's take a look at what's to come.
Men's golf is currently competing in the WAC championships right now down in Yorktown, Indiana, so stay tuned for final results.
Our women's and men's lacrosse teams will play back-to-back on Wednesday for both teams' final home games of the regular season. The women's team will celebrate Senior Day and play Bethel at 4 p.m., and the men's team will follow at 7 p.m. against Indiana Tech.
This Friday, baseball travels down to Fort Wayne, Indiana to play against Indiana Tech University in a doubleheader with games set to start at 2 p.m. and 5 p.m.
The men's and women's track and field teams will compete in the Don Kleinow Memorial Invite this Friday at Siena Heights University in Adrian, Michigan.
The men's and women's tennis teams are headed down to South Bend, Indiana to compete in the CCAC tournament. The men's team is set to play Holy Cross College, while the women's matchup is still to be announced.
On Saturday, women's lacrosse will make the short trip to Livonia, Michigan to finish their regular season against Madonna at 11 a.m.
Also on Saturday, baseball will pick up their second doubleheader day against Indiana Tech down in Fort Wayne, with game times set for 1 and 4 p.m.
That's all for today's edition of LTU Sports Report. Be sure to stay tuned for more updates on Blue Devils athletics. I'm Brendan Chenevere.
And I'm Kevin Burpee. And again, we thank you for tuning in to another week of L2 Athletics, and we look forward to seeing you next time.